Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to the homestead. It's March 21st, and I thought, as I usually do most years, have a bit of a walk around. First kind of tour, look around the homestead, because actually we had quite a late winter last year, and we did get a few things done late autumn, early winter, which I didn't document. I just thought I'd show you those, and I look forward to kind of what we're doing, or hope to do this year. Jobs that we need to do and things that we perhaps didn't do last year we want to do this year, and kind of stuff like that, and really what's going on, because there is stuff going on here already. The snow's only just gone for the moment, could easily come back. We had a hard frost this morning. Temperatures do go to still below zero at night, and at the moment it's only probably 7 or 8 degrees. It was sunny earlier, but the sun's gone back in now. But anyway, we'll have a walk around. First thing we need to do is head up there, up to the road, to show you what's been happening up there. Okay, so if you've seen previous videos, you know this is our main road in and out, single track road, and here it was, how would you call it? It was the end of the field, and it was quite high. It was causing problems for the snow plough when he needed to plough the snow, and he asked us to have it done, which is a good idea anyway, because it also helps us. One of the problems we had with the water logging on the road, so by getting this side done and this side, mostly this side, the water can run off. Obviously the whole land slopes this way anyway, down to the lake, but so we hired a friend who's got a tractor, who wasn't doing much in the autumn, and he came along with the tractor and scraped all this off, and it's left with a really good result. Actually, it's been really helpful over this winter, with the snow ploughing and with the water running off. Cleared it a lot easier, and actually it's like almost like a swale, so the water comes off, sits along here, and then soaks into the ground. So and they've done it all the way down to our border and a bit further. Hello, Maxis, and a bit on this side as well. So really helpful, actually. Second bit of road news is that we'd last year bought a load of road covering to redo this kind of final drive part, which is something we've always wanted to do. We weren't committed with putting stone down, because it's always been kind of mud and wood chip and whatever, which is okay, but we've now committed to doing the stone. So we bought this stuff. This is not the best end to look at, because we had one load turn up down there, and they come in 10 cubic metre loads, which is about 16 tons, I think, and then by hand, that load that was delivered here, I then distributed that along these 2 tracks here to about here, and then any sort of leftovers I started building the second part here, and that needs another layer on it. This is called Stembus, which is, it's basically crushed dolomite. So you order what the maximum size is, 32 millimeters in this side, and then it comes in a kind of a sand with all the sand of the crushed Stembus, which is a bit like clay when it's anyway, you put it down and it binds really well. Incredibly hard surface. In terms of traction, it's really great for us. And then we've had a second load arrived here, which we're using to build the road down to where the car is there at the moment, where there's a few holes that we filled. So this kind of, the first load ran out there. I did all this by hand with a wheelbarrow, and then the second load we'll use to build a road, or a walk round, but there'll be we're going to build a road into the property, so we can park the car close to the property on top of this material. So basically all weathers we can get in and out of the property. And then we need to do more work back up the top where I was, finish that section, and perhaps build a French drain or something to stop the water run. You know, water runoff and drains we still need to deal with. You know, ideally it needs a channel down here, but there's a few jobs that perhaps need a digger for or whatever, but we'll do all those all together. So that was all done in autumn, and we've got all this last pile to deal with. Let's just jump around a bit while I'm here with the chickens, because we've got some new chickens as well in autumn. I don't think you've seen those. Are they out or in? So the white one, the lighter ones are new. The white one, that grey one, There's a grey brown one in there. They've grown nicely now and are part of the flock, giving us sort of 9-10 eggs now with between 14 chickens every day. One of the jobs we will be doing is replacing the roof. This was all reused. It's forget the name of it now. It's those bitumen tiles from France, which originally were off the old roof, so they're quite a few years old now. So the road will come down here in, so this bed will disappear. It will go in here somewhere. Those beds will disappear. The beds, one of the projects this year is actually to downsize the beds a bit. As Gita's mum becomes older, she can do less, obviously, and we don't have the sort of time to manage all these beautiful beds as well. Or, you know, perhaps push them back over that way or something. Make more utilisation of this space. Perhaps have some raised beds there, raised high, so that Gita's mum can get into them easier. Little project there for a raised bed in the middle, definitely. General tidy up, of course. There's always stuff to tidy up here and deal with scrap and age stuff, which we're doing bit by bit when we have time. One area that I really want to sort out, you can't really see it on this. This really started to slope badly here, and particularly as we had deliveries of the new roof tiles and stuff, they've caused damage, and it's not great for cars. It's not great on foot, to be honest, either. When there's ice, you imagine there's ice and snow in here, very easy to lose your footing. So all this needs scraping and pushing down and levelling off. It's really a job for a small excavator, but could do it by hand. But I really want to get on top of that this year, as well as, you know, another pile of rubbish that needs dealing with and stuff that, yeah, all stuff that's been inherited. So a quick look at the greenhouses. What's going on down here? So yeah, the hugelkultur bed is better. Has now kind of gone down a bit, and it's made itself more usable. So there are all this stuff on here. They're not particularly weeds. They're all seeds that are thrown on. Little lamb's leaf lettuce, small lettuces, whatever. There are a few weeds, but grasses. But we started planting some shrubs in there, some fruit bushes. So I think these are japonica, sidonia, Japanese quince. So that's good. There's a few onions over there I see as well. This will come up. There's all stuff in here that will come up. You know, there's lemon balm in there, spinach, all sorts. So that's one thing. Obviously, this greenhouse, nothing going on really at the moment. This is where the chickens were until last week. So these beds all need sorting out and you know, tidying up, and some early stuff planted in here. But there's lots of goodness in here, lots of fertility where we've let the chickens stay here. The beds, they look really caked hard, but they're not. They're very soft. If you tread on them, they'll go down. Some of it we take out and use where it's excessive, but most of it just gets dug in. And we'll get some first salads in here. Here's all the new garden. I did notice actually the other day the garlic's come up, which is good. So there's all garlic planted in here. Yeah. There's obviously a mole's come through here, which is a bit disappointing, but what can you do? So yeah, garlic up, that's good. This will all be potatoes or something else, and that new part will all get covered in hay as well, where the plastic is. Still trying to make the best use of that plastic before its life is over. Yes, chickens. Passive solar. Nice and warm in here, obviously. So I've started bringing seedlings out here, all onions, leeks, a few of the kale, ragged kale, red Russian kale, leeks. They can live out here now, so it doesn't take up space indoors. Cabbages have lasted over winter, still growing. I've got a little experiment. That's my little cherry tree that I grew over winter. There's other bits and pieces Gita's put in here. Some lamb's leaf lettuce that's going. I'll get some seeds in here this week. Start propagating stuff. What these cabbages will do, I don't know, but it's an interesting experiment. Same with the parsley. Under here, I've got some chilies and paprikas. Whether they are dead or alive, I don't know. We'll find out in time. We'll see. I tried to keep them in the basement over winter. Whether that was a good thing or bad thing, I don't know. If they don't live, then so be it. But it was just a bit of an experiment, really, of what we can, and, pushing the boundaries of what we can and can't do here in Latvia. Other bits and pieces. I'm building the new control box for the automated greenhouse is being built at the moment as we speak. So yeah, they're all looking good. Different varieties here. We are doing quite a lot of work this year. We will be on fruit bushes, getting some more either propagated or buying some new ones to get more about. Scrape this area. So last year strawberries here, I think, and maybe some other stuff, but show you over here actually. So one of the jobs that we've got to do over the last few years is clear this tree line. Of the trees there, because they're too close to the electric cables, and we asked the electric company 2 or 3 times to come and do it, and then it never did. So we did it ourselves, basically. They all went well, apart from that one that went the wrong way, and I clipped the electric cables and caused it to trip out the thing, but they came and reset it. Don't know what went wrong there. It was a good cut, but it just went the wrong way. All the rest, they'll all be firewood. Just got that last one to do now. Difficult one. We'll get some rope. That'll have to be roped up and brought down. So yeah, first sort of spring flowers are coming out now. You can see the little bluebells or whatever they are. I think I saw nettles are coming out, fresh nettles. And somewhere here I think I saw poppies as well. Yeah, I think they're poppies. Obviously snowbells are about. Chestnuts coming into bloom. This actually needs to be cut down. So yeah, new swings for the daughter. The rope started fraying, so got some new swings up for her and her friends. I'll show you indoors what's going on with our seedlings as well. So here's the grow lights set up. What's going on here? Successes and failures. So tomatoes, they're all ready to pick out now. Some have not germinated as well, but actually nearly all of them germinated nicely, actually, just 2. Okay. Pak choy, lettuce, cos lettuce, they will be the first. They'll be the ones that go out into the greenhouse for the first salads before tomatoes or whatever go out there. And here we've got more pak choys. These were sowed first. Those were second. Cos lettuce, Chinese lettuce, more like cabbage. Sorry, Chinese cabbage, and some ragged kale, Russian red ragged kale, and then paprikas were under here. So these are mostly paprikas, usual, California Wonder. Can't remember all the names now. Fatimas, which are more of like a long paprika, and then these are a very low, like 1,000 Scoville chilies, so it's just very warm really. Not doing jalapenos or anything this year, unless those plants which overwintered come back to life, those chili plants. I had a really good crop of chilies last year, so much I don't need any this year, even though we share them with people as well. And I just noticed earlier I'd forgotten about these, but these are kind of, to be fair, all these are pricked out from here, so these are all bonus really, and I'll get some more out of here. Different, I got really leggy, these are no good, but might be able to save the others. They'd been forgotten about and got dry and blah blah, but I'm due to sow some more seeds for the main garden this week anyway, so. But yeah, that's about it, or indoors anyway. This area all needs doing. Maybe raised beds here as well. It catches a lot of sun here, so gets a real hammering. All this area needs tidying up. I'm talking about that for 2 or 3 years. Still my worm farm with the bath. Will we get to it? I don't know. I want to. So obviously lots of work on the new garden to do. Got big piles of wood chips which are all done in autumn, ready for the new garden. Well, old garden and new garden. Not really much, there's nothing happening really in here at the moment. This is always when it looks the messiest, because you leave it over winter and then you come and tidy up in spring and let everything, I try to let all the plants rot down themselves. That's goodness for the garden. There was some garlic I planted here somewhere and I've not seen it. Oh yeah, there it is, it's come up. I think there's one there. Yeah. Bit of an experiment to see. It's the same garlic we planted on the other side, just to see how it comes up. It's only one, which is a bit odd. Maybe because this didn't have mulch on it, it takes longer to de-thaw. But this is all compost here. I'm looking forward to working in this garden now that it'll be covered with cow manure everywhere, hopefully. And then build a new garden here, which I talked about in other videos. Lots of new plantings over there. I'll do a separate video about I've never really covered the orchard, I think, in a video here. We've been doing some pruning on the trees and planting out some new trees, and yeah, I think we'll do that in a separate video. Yeah, there we are. There's how things are looking now at early March. Like I say, still time for lots of snow. Anything could happen really. We won't really get active in here until the first week of April, I suppose, so 2 or 3 weeks yet. There's a little homestead in March. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for being a part of what we're doing. Do give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed any part of the video, and consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. I look forward to seeing you in more future videos. Bye for now.